Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, the channel that refuses to drink Olight's Kool-Aid. Today, we're going to talk about my new favorite EDC fixed blade. But first, let's try to pay a bill. Okay, so hopefully you guys ordered 3 sheaths apiece, and that should cover my gas this month. Today, we're going to talk about a knife that has actually worked its way into my EDC in such a way that surprises me. So I figured I'd make a quick video. This is my first unsupervised video. As you can see, it looks a little bit different. Lily's not here to help me out, so I figured I'd make one anyway. I hope this comes out well. But as you can see, I have new lighting, courtesy of a company I can't remember the name of off the top of my head, but we will be running ads for them in the future. Also, a big shout out and thank you to Barton Watch Bands. If you guys watched my last G-Shock video, you saw that I replaced these watch bands with a pair of snazzy canvas ones from Barton Watch Bands, and I couldn't get them to stay on after the video. They had problems. On the video, they were on backwards. Took me an hour to mess with them. So I contacted the guys at Barton, and they're amazing. Listen, if I get something that's a little bit faulty, I'm not that upset. As long as the company makes good with me, I'm fine. And this channel's not that big, so when I called them up and I told them what I had in mind, I told them what happened, I showed them the video, they got right on it. They're sending me a new watch with bands installed so I don't mess it up, because I fully acknowledge that it could have been user error. That being said, I'm a pretty handy guy, and I spent about 45 minutes to an hour trying to get these things right, and it didn't work out. The combi bracelet went to a subscriber. Shout out, how you doing? And so I just had these resin ones laying around. They're fine. I have silicone bands coming. I'm going to give that a shot. Throw this on there. But since Barton's giving me a new watch anyway, I've decided to give you guys this watch when the new bands are replaced on it. I'll show you the video. We'll have a giveaway set up. It's going to be great. But that'll be courtesy of Barton Watch Bands. And guys, I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with their customer service. Means a lot to me when a company steps up. So, you know, we may be working together in the future, and I feel comfortable shilling for them. So there you go. Get mad at me if you want, but the channel's growing. I'm starting to team up with companies, and that's one of the companies, one of the first ones to adopt the channel and also make good with me as a customer. That really means a lot to me. So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for you guys to get this watch. It's my favorite watch of all time. It's in damn near mint condition, and I will replace the bands before I give it away to you. So how's that? How do you like that? Good companies doing good things. Check them out. Barton Watch Bands. That's where you should get all your watch bands from, in my opinion. So, let's get on with the Esee Izula. Here's the Izula here. As you can see, I'm a sheath maker, and I did not make a sheath for this. It's because I find this sheath to be not only adequate, but just fine. I actually like the thickness of it, the size of it, the elongated hole right here. I wear this around my neck sometimes. When I'm not using this, I just kind of like, you know, wrap this little cord up here, maybe do something like that, throw it in my pocket. Boom. That's in my pocket. No big deal. She comes out, and here's the knife. This is the Fire Ant version. I believe I got this on Knife Center. Hey, look, I can focus on my own. Is this video going well so far, guys? Am I doing all right? You let me know. But either way, here's the Esee Izulas. And you can get these things on Knife Center for about high 60s, mid 70s, something like that. You know, price is subject to change, but that's where they're at right now. Give it a check. On their site right now, I'm just going to read a little paragraph here that kind of explains a little bit about the Izula, probably a lot better than I can. Says here, since 1997, Randall's Adventure and Training has designed no-nonsense, affordable field knives specifically targeted to military, law enforcement, and the special operations community. I could totally see that. This knife in a survival situation, in a pinch, even if you use this as a piggyback knife on like a Becker BK9, something bigger for chopping, what a pair they would be. 1095 steel. The paragraph goes on to say, many of their knives now serve in combat zones around the globe. I do believe that. And I've spoken to the guys at Esee. They're super cool. I'm really trying to team up with them someday because I am a true fanboy. The knives have a no questions asked lifetime warranty. I love that. Any company that does that, we cool. Esee knives also setting the standard for many local, state, and federal law enforcement officers when it comes to high-performance, compact sheath knives with multiple carry options. The NTOA, whatever that is, scored the 3-inch fixed blade a 4.77 out of a possible 5 The locals in Peru call the meanest, nastiest ant of the jungle by the name Izula, as we know it as the bullet ant. The bullet ant is known to be independent, tough, light on its feet, real aggressive survivor. The Izula knife is built the same way and designed to be the perfect lightweight survival tool or concealed carry knife. These knives are made from high-carbon 1095 steel, and while 1095 is a top choice for professional cutlery designed for hard use, it will rust and stain if not properly cared for. That's true. We all know that. I actually live in a really dry place, being here in Colorado, so I don't have that issue, but I did come from a real swampy place, so you guys with Esees that are like in like Florida and places like that, let me know how they're holding up and how often you have to, keep the rust demons away. So you really got to watch the cutting edge, they're saying here, for little rust spots if you are in a humid place, and around the laser engraving. Makes sense. It is the user's responsibility to keep the blades properly lubricated and cleaned. We suggest using a dry film rust inhibitor such as Tough Glide or Tough Cloth. That would work. Guys, I've never had that issue. I've never needed to do it. This little Izula's blade length is 2.875 inches. The cutting edge is 2.625 inches. Handle length is 3.375. Overall length 6.25 inches. And the thickness is 0.156. Hardness 55 to 57 Rockwell, as is most 1095 stuff. This is in a drop point design with a flat grind. The one I'm looking at online has an OD green powder coat, which is sharp, but I love this orange. I actually wrapped a bunch of fire cord around this. So this is fire cord, so I could pick this with my nail if I had to. I always pair this with something, but with this I can generally get a fire going with just the cordage in here if I needed some tinder. Guys, I'm really bad at starting fires, so, take from that what you will. The weight of this knife is 2 ounces. That doesn't include the sheath, so I'm not sure how much with the sheath, but I mean, it's not very much all in. So this knife has become my EDC fixed blade. Here's gate right here. I got medium large mitts here. Back in arm wrestling training, getting a little fatter in the hand, as you can see. And this knife is just fine for me. This actually fits perfectly in the side pockets of my 5'11" shorts and pants, which is kind of how this worked its way into my EDC. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. So most of the days, I carry this thing. My Endura with a wave opener. This has been my friend for many years. I'm just in love with the Endura, and it's the most I want to pay for a Spyderco knife these days. For some reason, I've just become a little disenchanted with Spyderco. Still a fan. Still love my Endura. Still love the Paramilitary 2 and a bunch of other knives. But something about the company and their pricing and some of their steel choices, I've just been cooling out on Spyderco. I know a lot of you have as well. You've been telling me in the comments. Now, what do I pair this with? I have the shortcoming because you have a lot of belly here, which is actually a great thing in the woods. It's a great thing for even like food prep. Why won't you focus? Please. There you go. This belly is amazing for food prep, pushing through stuff, light bushcrafting. I actually, with the paracord wrap, it gives me enough purchase to get some like carving done. You got some light jimping right here, which is actually perfect. I love this orange coating, by the way. I have like 5 of these. This is my favorite one. I love this little orange and black one. Okay, so what do I pair this with? Because that belly, although it's amazing for the things I've mentioned, it's actually not great for cutting packages because you kind of really break your wrist in half here to use the edge on things, which is okay for certain tasks, but for package opening, this kind of sucks actually. So what I pair it with generally is I always have my keys on me, see? And don't give me crap for having the Olight on here. I actually think that's Olight's best product. This little, what is this? 1R2, I1R2 light. This thing is awesome for what it is, okay? I just need a little light on here. Then I have a little Swiss Army Cadet, and for package opening, I'll use this small blade. See? So that's why it's got all like the tape gunk on it and so on. And that's actually fine for opening packages. So I usually have that on me. If I don't have that on me and I'm expecting kind of a heavier day or something like that, I'll generally do something like this. Here's my EDC. It's either the Endura and the Evo 18, I think that is, or it's something like these two together, or it's something like my Fox 599 Karambit, again with my keys, and or Swiss Army. I generally don't carry the big knives together. These are never carried together. These are never carried together. Seems too redundant, and it's a little too weighty for me. This is a little too weighty as well, but I'll accept it with the functionality that this brings, which is like, I mean, if I ever got stuck somewhere and these are, you know, these are like the only two things I had on me, I bet you I'd still make it a lot farther than most people just because of the functionality with this and the amount of time I've spent watching YouTube survival videos. So I think that would help me out a lot. I would feel pretty confident with just those two, actually. I mean, I know it's not great, but I could do notches, I could make stakes. Shelter building would be really tough with something this small, but with the saw functionality on this, you could get a lot of stuff done. You could really do a lot of stuff out there. I would say pair this with like a big chopper, you know, and then just deal with hydration and food. You know, that's a few days in the woods. You could be okay. So speaking of which, I have a mega camping trip coming up 26th through 29th of August. I'm super pumped up about that. I'm going to be bringing some great guys up there, active Marines, great guys, a couple of people from the world of writing that I know. You guys know that I'm an author. Also, I wanted to plug my sister channel to this channel. Is It Still Good? The last video I posted was Cronenberg's The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, the remake, and that was a trip to rewatch that one. I watch old movies and I let you know if they hold up. The next one is going up Sunday. That'll be RoboCop, the original RoboCop. And I know I have a lot of RoboCop fans that watch this channel. So get over to Is It Still Good? If you would subscribe to that, I would greatly appreciate it. Other than that, I just wanted to make a quick update video on this Esee Izula. Plus, this is the first video I ever made alone. So this is kind of like a practice vid for me. But some big things are coming. I'm really excited, including the Barton Watch Band G-Shock 5600 Bluetooth solar giveaway. This is the last watch you'll ever need, in my opinion. I'm just going to get some better straps on it for you guys first. I'll keep it in good shape until we do the giveaway. But that's courtesy of Barton Watch Bands. Guys, they've been so good to me. They've been calling me. We've been talking. It's great. And I'm very surprised that the channel has grown as much as it has. Like, this channel was never supposed to be a big deal. You know, this is something I made for my friends to stop bothering me about which knives to make. And, you know, I ended up meeting so many great friends. I'm selling sheaths to all you guys. The channel's really funding my sheath business big time. And now we're getting sponsorship from companies, giveaways, you name it. That's all thanks to you guys. Seriously, like, you're the other half of this project. So from the bottom of my little black heart, thank you. Seriously, it's touching. So anyway, enough mushy crap. All I'm saying is I don't see any reason for you not to buy the Esee Izula. It's got a lifetime guarantee at $67. It's not cheap, but the amount of stuff you can get done with this, I've owned like 7 of these things by now. I've loved pretty much every Esee knife I've ever owned, and so have my friends that I've used them as gifts for. This would be the ideal gift for somebody just kind of tinkering around out there that doesn't want to add a lot of weight to their pack. You're really into hiking, things like that. This is a great lightweight option that could get you by out there. You know, for all small tasks, this thing's going to crush them. Trust me on that. I've never had one break, chip, bend, nothing. I've thumped on a few of them pretty hard. As you can see, this one's pretty mint because I love it so much and I find it to be a bit of a collectible item that I really take care of it. I don't want to hurt this orange. I love it. I love this coating. So this Izula I kind of baby and I keep it on me for, you know, my EDC tasks, and I'm really happy to get to use this. When it comes up during the day that I have to use this knife, I'm thrilled. I love it. It's a great knife to own, and just kind of handling it and holding it, it's really comfortable. Even in my bigger hands, I have plenty of room with this thing. All my fingers get on there. The jimping is perfect, and I lock right in. My fingers are safe. You're good to go. You're right behind the cutting edge. So, you know, you can get a lot of pressure here. You could definitely make feather sticks, stuff like that. So guys, let me know your Izula experience. Do you own this knife? And those of you that do, just comment how much you love it. If you hate it, you can skip it because this video is not for you. If you hate this knife, I'm really shocked. It's a great knife. Who doesn't love the Izula? So put it in the comments below why you love this knife. And I think that'll help inform the guys that are on the fence if they're thinking about buying it. Great knife for your lady. Great knife for like a kid just starting out, little Boy Scout, something like that. I think this would be great, man. I really see a ton of functionality and use for this. Plus, there's also that second factor of enjoyment of ownership. I love owning my Evo 18. I love this thing. It makes me happy all the time. And likewise with my Izula. These two together make me very, very happy, as does my Endura, as does my Karambit. This makes me feel very safe. Now, when I'm not carrying either of these two, because this has the wave on it, So I can deploy this really quick out of my pocket, dig a potato if I needed to. Likewise with this thing, Emerson Wave Opener, this thing's right out with the flipper even if I needed it, karambit style. If I don't have either of those on me and I'm just carrying something like this with, you know, my cadet and keys, something like that, I switch mentality to mitt mode, okay? So if I start feeling a little agitated and I feel some potatoes closing in, you know, maybe a few potatoes are chirping at me, you know, calling me a punk, doing something like that. Initially, I think of my mechanism, then I think of my Endura or my karambit, you know, and then I do situational awareness. I figure out where I am, if this is a real threat or not. When I don't have that stuff on me and I'm just carrying my little Izula, I don't even think about this thing. I think of mitts. My mitts. I go right to mitt and gate, okay? And I still feel pretty confident and comfortable, and I do live in a pretty safe town. So for those of you that live in a rougher place, this might not be the best EDC for you, but for those that are outside often, that love to camp, that love a knife that can do both, you know, woodland tasks and urban everyday carry stuff, I think this is for you. The only exception is the steep belly on it makes it a little weird for package opening, but you certainly can do it. You know, it's not like you can't open a package with this. It's just not really designed for that. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. Did I do a good job on the stupid video? Are you having fun with the channel? Are you getting on Subscribestar to help support me? What are you doing to help the channel? Because I need your help even more now, because since companies are interested, I want to kick it up a notch or two and then really give them something, you know, to get excited about. I think it'll bring more companies, more giveaways, give us a bigger community to network in. Finally, if you guys have anything to promote of your own channel, your own business, anything, even if it competes with mine, I want you to leave it in the comments. And if YouTube hides it, I'll unhide it. Okay? Leave links, leave a description, shamelessly promote yourselves. Shamelessly promote yourself. I'm going to say it again. Shamelessly promote yourself in my comments moving forward from now on. If you're a company with some products, put it in the comments. If you're a knife maker with your own website, put it in the comments. If you want to plug your Instagram, comments. If you want to say hi, comments. Okay? I think you get the idea, but unlike other channels, I don't see any of you as competition. I see us all as allies, and I would love to use my platform to help you guys out for a change. So leave it in the comments. Let me give something back to you guys if I can, and look forward to the G-Shock giveaway. I'm really excited about that. Other than that, just stay safe out there. Have a good time. Keep your face out of the phone. Situational awareness is your best weapon. You know this. And as far as survival stuff, well, don't ask me. I'm not really a woodland guy. I'm still learning. So other than that, I'm happy with the video. Let me go cut this thing up and edit it. And I will see you next time. 5-Minute Knives.